So a lot of us PC gamers have a thing for console gamers because they're not very smart up here because, you know, I can admit this, sometimes I like to play on my console more than my PC, but that's usually because I have a game on my console that I don't have on my PC or isn't available on PC, such as Destiny or... See, you can't even think of one that's not available on PC. Destiny is pretty much the only one I can think of. But if you think about it, a lot of the games that we have, they run way better on our computers than they do the consoles. So, how does Counter-Strike run up on a PC like this versus this PlayStation 3? Let's find out. So before we start off, I'm first going to explain the specifications of these two machines. So, here we have a Toshiba Satellite C55D. It's a very nice laptop. It doesn't have the greatest of specs, but it's hovering around the same price as this PlayStation 3 right here. So, we got a AMD E1 dual-core processor at 1.4 gigahertz with AMD Radeon HD graphics, integrated graphics, surprisingly. This originally comes with about 4 gigs of RAM, but I've upgraded it to a 16 gig kit of HyperX Fury DDR3L at 1600 megahertz. It's a 15.5 inch, it's not an IPS display, but it is LED, and it's 1366 by 768 for a resolution. So that's that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so this is what we used for the computer test bench because of its similarity in price to this PlayStation 3. Now, I don't know the exact specifications of this PlayStation 3, but I can give you what I already know. So, this can game 1080p 30 frames per second, or 720p at 60 frames per second. And you're already at a disadvantage there, because this, you can game at full resolution and still get max quality. You could get more than 60 frames per second on a laptop than on a PlayStation. Plus, if you think about it, a laptop's portable, and PlayStation is not portable. So there's already an advantage for the PC. So, I played Counter-Strike Global Offensive on my PlayStation 3 at 720p 60, and it was fairly clear, I guess. The gameplay was semi-clear, and yeah, it's tough with a controller. Also, I think it's easier to be doing shooter games with mouse and keyboard. It just feels much better with my hands. And yeah, so we did some gaming. We did some gun game like playing on that, and frankly, PlayStation 3, the max it can go is 60 frames per second. Whereas on this, don't forget, max quality is definitely a big part here. We were gaming at 48 frames per second on when we were in like a server. When I played offline with bots, it was about 60 to 65. And when I was just doing Yeah, when it was like nobody around, it would go all the way up to 85. So that's pretty good. Considering these are the same price. Look at, you got way more power packed into this. And this, remember, this is a $300 laptop. This is $300 to $400 console. This is portable. This has to be plugged in at all times. So I tried gaming at a higher resolution on here. I hooked it up to my monitor and just played on my monitor from that at 1440 by 900, and our frame rate dropped a little bit. We went from the normal 75-ish frames per second to about 60 in areas without any people in them. Still a huge improvement, a big improvement. In areas with, like, when we were in major gunfights, it would drop all the way down to 36. But it wasn't dropping below 30. And, yeah, this 30 would probably be the maximum it would run. If you're at 1080p, of course. So, yeah, that's that. So this just goes to show that, I mean, you're gonna get better stuff with this than you are with this. It's just a fact, because you can't really get anything better than that from what I've experienced, at least. So if you're looking to buy a console or a PC, I mean, if you're a Destiny player like me, you would have to go to the console because it's not available on Steam or anywhere else yet on the computer. But if you want to be a console peasant and get all of your exclusives, which consoles do have quite a few exclusives, but PCs have about 2 times what consoles have for exclusives. So, I mean, there you go. That's all I can really say. I mean, it's what you want. You get what you pay for. If you pay for this, you get what this is capable of. You pay for this, you get what this is capable of. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more stuff like this. We'll be making fun of all you console peasants in the future. But for now, that's all we have for today. And we'll see you guys in the next video.